Just gonna Star Force up my Absols a little bit here. Bit of a jump on the recording, but it's all good. I managed to just hit 230. And I'm just doing some final upgrades here because I do want to try to do hard lucid. I don't know if I can do 5% just yet, but yeah, that's the plan. So each of these Absols are either 4% or 7%. Alright, hopefully this doesn't cost too much for all three of these pieces, but I want to try to get them to 16. The Absol ones I really don't want to blow up, so I have to safeguard them. Alright, nice. So that's a little bit of extra attack. Now, there's a few other items I can kinda use. I think after reset, I get another 50 of these coins and I can buy a monocle. And that monocle should be a pretty nice gain in damage. I can also queue up the monocle potentially too. I have 3 bill. That's something. Alright, just finished up the commercy stuff. I have 256 coins and I can buy my monocle now. Now usually you don't want to zero out on these coins just because you won't be able to do the solo voyages, but hopefully by the time I do my CPQ runs tomorrow, I'll be back at 20 coins. Hopefully that'll be enough. So yeah, I'm gonna buy my monocle, and this will be probably my damage gear. I'm going to Star Force this up here as well. I'm gonna get this to 16 for the extra star. And best case scenario, after I clear Lucid, a Twilight Mark will drop. That would be best case scenario. Then I'll have also that for my damage gear. So I have 3.5 bill. Hopefully that's enough to also get this to Legendary. I'm pretty happy getting this to Legendary. Might be a bit expensive, but yeah. Nice. I'll just leave that at 16 for the time being. And the nice thing too, this comes at Epic. So it saves me going for an epic pot scroll or anything like that. Why is that combat power give more? That's so weird. Oh, right. It's just more relative to what I'm using. Oh, I mean, that's pretty good. That is actually better than 2 lining it at Legendary. If this was just a normal 150 item, it'd be equal. But this is actually slightly better. It's 1% better. 1%. There is another item that I would like to go for, though. I'll give it a try now. Let's see if we can get a Dom Pendant today. If we don't get a Dom Pendant, I might actually just craft one. I kind of want to just get as much damage as possible. Alright, no Dom Pendant. But what I will do is I will go ahead and craft one. I should have more than enough resources to craft a few, but I'll just do one just for some damage. I just stole some materials for my battle mage here. I do just want to get a little bit more damage, and currently my damage pendant is... it's a greed pendant, so... let's go ahead and craft this. Craft the Dominator. Nice. But if we get lucky, it might tear up to Legendary. And we already have... oh, we have 18%. Okay, that's pretty good. I think I'm still happy trying to go to Legendary on this, just because we can cope on a 21%, but I'm going to want to get these eventually to Legendary anyway. This is one of those few items you don't mind accidentally getting a 3-line on. But we'll take that. 18%. It's basically a 2-line Legendary. Reasonably cheap to get to 15. Hopefully it gets to 16. Please. Nice. Yo, 6 mil gains. This character's slowly getting there. So hopefully now I'll have an easier time doing some damage to Hard Lucid. I do want a little bit more Arcane Force. I need another 5 levels, I think, on my Arcane Power, and that should give me enough to do 1.5 times. If I do my dailies, I do level up a few of these symbols. These 2 will level up, but still not enough. So after that stream, like I said, I did go ahead and use some of the event rewards to upgrade my arcane symbols a little bit. The goal here is just to level up enough of the symbols to have 540 arcane force, so then we can do 1.5 times damage to Lucid, which will help us a lot to try to get the 5% required for that boss. Thankfully, Lucid doesn't really need too much damage. It only needs about 6 trill in terms of damage, and the fact that she's a level 230 boss makes it a lot easier for us as well, because I am level 230 now, meaning that at least I won't have any final damage penalty for my level difference. Going into this boss, I had about 6.8 mil combat power, and let's see how we go in Lucid. So during the Lucid fight, I needed to make sure that I did 6 trillion damage in total, but I also had to be a little bit careful because the battle analysis would also include the damage that I do to the golems and the mushrooms. As a result, I needed to make sure I did a lot more than 6 trill, and thankfully it wasn't too bad because within the first 2 minutes or so, I already did about 3 trillion damage. Whether or not this was distributed on the golems was a little bit irrelevant. Thankfully, because the damage that I did was relatively fast, we only needed to stay in P1 for a little bit over 5 minutes. I also realized at this point I had the Tanjiro skill, which is a really strong event skill that I just didn't use for some reason at the beginning of the fight. But after using it and bursting once or twice, I was able to do quite a lot of damage. And by the time that we had left the second phase of Lucid, I had done a little bit under 9 trillion damage. Again, some of the damage was probably distributed across the golems and the mushrooms, but at this point I think we all kind of agreed that the 9 trill that was done by my character should have been mostly into Lucid's HP bar, so we just quickly ran the rest of the boss shortly after. I just want to say thanks again to Anil and Boy for taking me along on their hard Lucid run. They were also kind enough to give me priority on Twilight Mark should it drop, and Anil also offered the Dreamy Belt, kind of as a joke. It's quite unlikely that I'll ever see a Dreamy Belt on this character anytime soon, but we'll see what happens in the future. Luckily enough, in this particular run, we did end up managing to get a Twilight Mark drop, which gives us another damage accessory for us, which is awesome. Obviously, the next goal for this character is to simply get strong enough to do enough damage to Hard Will. At this point, I'm only level 232, so I haven't even unlocked Hard Will just yet, but hopefully by the time that we get Hard Will unlocked, all these little bits of damage will add up, and hopefully the 5% won't be too difficult to attain on this character. Of course, after I ran Hard Lucid here, and with the Twilight Mark, I decided to upgrade both of them. I gave it a small flame, I Star Forced it up to 16, and then I gave it a pot as well. I tried to get it to legendary, but I didn't really have that much money on me, so I settled on the line that I managed to get with the cubes I had, which was just simply 12% all stat. Hopefully in the future I'll be able to get it to legendary, but I just don't have that much money at the moment. So a few days have passed here, and as you guys can see, I'm level 234, almost 235 now, and for whatever reason I decided to start Star Forcing. I'll be honest, I don't really think that my spending here was exactly a good idea, but given the fact that I hadn't really made too many gains on my stars since the event, and the fact that I'm getting pretty close here to getting to Hard Will, I felt like I wanted to spend some money to see if I can make any kind of gains. I'm not really expecting too much, but at this point I had already spent a little bit over 15 bill trying to 21 some items, and honestly I'm just trying to chase my losses here. If I can manage to get any kind of gains in this small session of 10 bill, it would be really nice. And thankfully, I was able to actually get a 21 star Pencilia. I transferred it over onto my top, and I tried tapping my top to 21. After a bunch of fails, it did end up going to 21, which is a big relief. Being able to just get a few more stars is really nice, and it does also help us with our training. The next item that I tried to Star Force was the shield. The shield is pretty much my best in slot. The only thing that it's probably lacking is a proper potential, and ideally you would like to have 2 20-star shields so then you can roulette the two. But for me, I just wanted one 20-star shield so I could finish the item. It's a little bit ambitious to Star Force this shield with a little bit under 5 bill. As you guys can see, I've already blown up a couple of shields already, so I had to actually craft a few more. But thankfully, a few shields later, it did end up going to 20 stars, which is also quite a big relief. It is a little bit tragic that in the small amount of money that I spent in this particular Star Forcing session, I got more stars than I did on the 30% off, but that's just how RNG was. I'm gonna fast forward a bunch more days here. This is about 3 days after the last time I tried Star Forcing, and I tried round 3 here. This is me Star Forcing for the 21 star fodder for the pants. I had a decent amount of money from my bossing mules. I thought that I had a reasonable chance to try to get there. But after spending all my money, unfortunately, we did not manage to get to 21 stars on the fodder. We did manage to get 20 stars a couple of times, but still wasn't really there. So I'll probably end up trying this again another time. I just really wanted to get more damage because you can see here, I'm leveling pretty quickly. I'm already level 237. I'm really hoping to have more damage so then I could go into hard will and easily contribute the 5%. Come on! 20! 21! 21! No! No, you were right there again! No, I failed the 80% twice! No, you were so close! Okay, so I just finished up a little bit of training here. I am level 238 now. And what I'm going to try to do is see if I can get anything good from this unique fam. We didn't really get anything good on reveal here, but thanks to the new Rock Spirit Pass thing, we do get a couple of rerolls here, and hopefully I'll get something good. I'm looking for, hopefully, a HP fam of sorts, maybe a boss damage fam, but not really expecting too much. Oh, and I don't get these symbols. That's a bit unfortunate, but that's okay. Alright, let's see what we can get here. Large MP. Nothing. Character in red. There's no way I just rolled a large drop. Oh my god, there's no way. I literally was just being upset because I can't use these yet. But I will trade that for a large drop any day of the week. Holy crap. So the plan is, I'm going to try to do all of my dailies, all of Monster Park, and then grind all the way to 240. And then there's a bunch of stuff that they've given us in terms of mag pots to be able to get to 245. So I believe from Inkwell, he gives 2. So that's pretty good. And then I also have the rock giveaway thing, which gives us another 2 or 3, I think. A little bit pay to win, but all good. And that will take me straight to 245. And the whole reason we're going 245, so then I can unlock Sea Gloom. I could save it for V-Healer. Like, technically you could save the mag pots to jump from 245 to 250. But I think the jump into Moonbridge is probably more worthwhile, and I'm actually okay grinding to 250 as opposed to grinding from 240 to 245. At least if I train at 245 in Moonbridge, I can get fams. And that sounds pretty enticing to me. Whereas Celis is like purely for EXP, which is, it's okay, but not as good as the fams. But yeah, that's the plan today, for those who are here early. And also for those who are watching the video, I suppose. It might be a little bit of a waste of money, but I think it'd be fun. I'm going to grab the Sweetwater Tattoo. And then I'm going to make that into Meso gear, and then swap my Condensed Power Crystal into Item Drop gear. Alright, ideally this becomes a hybrid of sorts. But I do need a Meso line, because this will be replacing my gear that is a Meso gear. Oh, 3 lines of stat. That's crazy. 3 all line? I mean 3 lines of all stat? That's wild. Oh, we hit it! Is that easy, guys? I hit a hybrid with stat. Oh god, that's what we like to see. It was so free. Thank you, JH. I absolutely hit because you were here. Alright, let's spend the rest of this. I do have this Meistering. I don't mind trying to hybrid this. This is the only other item at the moment where I don't actually mind trying to hybrid. Or trying to 2-line. Because it can actually go to 21 stars eventually. Just like, you know, future-proofing, all that sort of stuff. And it's actually kind of funny, if this happens to hit 1299, then I can use it as damage gear as well. Because I'm currently using a 9 all stat, 9 ring. Nothing like a little bit of zeroing out. But we've already made gains. So we got the hybrid, which is really nice. You gain 3% in here, which was really nice. Let's see if we get lucky here. You'll give me another hybrid? Oh, how nice of you, JH. Oh. Ooh, 3-line luck. Oh, there it is. Thank you, JH. He's done it again. JH is too good. Don't mind me just using bright cubes to roll a greed pendant. Just being greedy. Yup. Oh my god, I hit a hybrid with stat. No, it's my farming gear now. No, I chose the wrong item to be greedy on. That's crazy. Should have done the earring. Should have done the earring. This is actually pretty bad. But there's no way I'm farming with the greed pendant. That is actually so bad though. Oh well. Well, I need to roll off another Meso line, I suppose. There's no point stopping now. JH low-key ruined me with that. They're suffering from success. The wrong item to hit a hybrid on for sure. Alright, let's see if we level up off this run here. 98.5. How long will that take me to grind? Alright, 99.9. And 240? There we go. 240. Done. Now, this only really works if I can claim these. Shanks had a little bit of an issue claiming these, but hopefully I can. Nice. Grab 2 here. So I get 2 mag pots here, and I get 3 here. We love paying to win. Alright, so that gives me 5 total, and I'm just gonna send it to 245 so then I can unlock both Moonbridge, which is really nice. It's a nice place to train, and also get to unlock Sea Gloom. There we go. 245. And now I can do 2 sets of pre-quests. I need to unlock Celis. This I technically don't even need to do, but it does give me 20 symbols, and then I'll unlock Moonbridge afterwards. And now we have unlocked one of the best places to farm in the early game. Oh, here. So if I talk to 9 Heart here, yeah, it upgrades my Cygnus Blessing from whatever it was to Transcendent Cygnus Blessing. And it gives me a bit more damage, I think. So that's pretty cool. Small gains as well. Just make sure you do that if you're a Cygnus Knight, it's just extra damage. I can do Hard Will a lot more consistently, and I should also be able to do Sea Gloom. We'll see what happens. Alright, this is like round 4. Surely we win on round 4. Round 4 of trying to 21 star these pants. Will today be the day where Wobble Up gets 21 star pants? I'm still doing the fodder tech because I don't have that many spares. No, why am I star catching? Scammed. The star catch was just star catching the boom. You know, statistically I have blown up like 10 overalls for these pants or something like. I was gonna say this is gonna be the one, it is not the one. Okay guys, I'm worried. If this is how it's gonna go, I'm gonna run out of fodders. I'm actually gonna run out of fodders, there's no way. This is the one. This is the one. This is not the one. Oh no, please don't make me go back to Kerning Tower. I don't want to be back in Kerning Tower. As soon as it ticks over every 10 minutes, it slows down a little bit again. Yo, guys, I'm actually gonna end up in Kerning Tower. There's no way. It's so over. It really is. No, please. Stop. Stop. No, you can't. Next one, please. The dream is not live, though. 5 bill? I don't know. Oh, no. You know what? At least it wasn't at 15. At least it was a different star.
Chart with downwards trend emoji. Chart with...
I'm only in a little bit of despair. Only a little bit. Boomed mostly at 15-16. The problem is about booming 15 to 16 quickly is that I spend more time at 14 to 15 than anywhere else. I think half of the money spent has been 14 to 15. I'm not even joking. 14 to 15 is so expensive. This is the one. 21! Yes! Wait, actually we couldn't celebrate yet. We can't celebrate yet, alright? we're not done yet. Let's not celebrate. We need one more. We need one more star. You know what? If it blows up, please just don't be the first tap. Not asking for much. No! It's over. It's over. I'm going to bed. Alright, okay, that was a bluff. I'm not going to bed. I need date. I gotta do my dailies. Alright, let's sit up straight, guys. Sit up straight. I hate that I can hear this little fire effect sound. It's going to be persistent throughout my entire thing. I went in, I did my burst, and I did not BA. I'm so smart. I can probably do the math backwards. After I do my second burst, I'll know how much damage my first burst would have done. Let's see how much damage these gears do. They do not do as much as I would hope. I mean, I probably did like half a T. So I'm probably close to like 2.3, 2.4 at the moment. Maybe a little bit more. I don't remember what the number is off the top of my head. It's like 6.8 or something like that. Yo, I'm green. So I'm at 4.6. It's probably closer to like 5. And for Will, I need to do 6.3. So I need like maybe 2 or 3 more bursts at most. If we're both green by 33%, then we're both good. I will say though, this does kind of indicate that Gloom is pretty doomed. Gloom is not looking too good for me. Oh, okay. So we're good mathematically. Nice. I have successfully done 5%. Yo, I'm phasing him by myself. I'm as strong as other people's familiars. Nice. Blink for book. The guy went across the screen. What do you mean blink? I'm doomed. Oh, look at the blink though. That's crazy. Thank you for book, he says. Oh my god, book actually dropped. Holy, it did. That's crazy. It actually dropped. Grats. You can take cause you're main. Oh no, he's locking me in, boys, for main. Oh, this is main status right here. Alright, it's a sign. Alright, you guys saw it. It happened. It happened. He said it. This is because it's a main. That is crazy. I actually got a book. Well, it's locked in, boys. You guys saw it. You saw it here. You know what's crazy? I can't even wear the book. I actually can't wear the book. Look, my charm is level 21. I physically cannot even wear the book. Let's select it now before we forget. Blue spell book. It's beautiful. Wait, it's blue, right? Int? Int 20. Yes, I'm sure. There we go. And then after we clear this, 248. And then for tomorrow, after I do my dailies, I'll be able to reach 250 basically for free. Just need to make sure to check in here. So after tomorrow's check-in, I believe this golden giveaway box will give 2 mag pots. So that's a guaranteed 250, and now my dailies are just going to be 1 each for the weeklies and 200 mobs per area, which is nice. Let's go ahead and get our 250 here. So from this rock spirit thing, I'm just going to go ahead and grab it, and this will get me to 250. And now we have Labyrinth unlocked. So I also unlocked V-Healer too, which is nice. I don't know if I'll be able to 5% V-Healer, but at least we have the new stuff unlocked, and we get a new daily and a better monster park too, so we get some more EXP from that. Wow, okay, so the event thing just on our first try. We'll take it. That's basically like a whole day's worth of monster park. Kinda nice. All it took was a little bit over 45 bill, and we finally got our pants to 21. Now I can go back to playing the game. I can finally stop spending my money on my CRAs.